Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Namaskar. I know I'm back after, I think, one or 2 weeks. I was engaged in some of the official activities. Now I'm back. And today we will talk about, um, I think, an Excel-based calculation to get to the how do we calculate an headcount requirement. To get to the headcount requirement, there are multiple levers which are needed. So I just created a calculator in Excel for you guys to refer it, and then we'll also try to cover each of the parameters as the discussion points. So this is what I've created for you called headcount requirement calculator. Yeah, and in order to do so, the minimum, the what you need is a volume. So let's say the volume for a month is around, I think let's take this example for the week. We'll say the volume is, let's say 5 lakh. Average AHT I've taken in the minutes. You can also do it in seconds. Then you have to slightly modify the formula. But let's say my AHT is 2 minutes. Every associate every week, excluding their week offs and their breaks, they give me a 40 hours. Shrinkage is around, let's say, 12%. Please, in the numbers, non-productive time called, some people say is NPT, some people say the other training and other options which you'd normally use. So let's say that is around 10% for this calculation. Now, when we come to utilization, so ideal state is, I think the utilization take care of the scheduling and flexibility in others as well. However, I think just for this calculation purpose, in ideal state, if I exclude the number of people who are present in office, excluding the shrinkage, they should be able to give me 90% because the 10% is a non-productive time. The remaining time they should be available. However, now there can be a scenario because the volumes, the way your labor hours are being spread, the way you have your shifts constrained, male-female population ratios, or the any other uh, constraint which you is not allowing you to staff people in the flexibility of the demand line. Uh, so your supply either an over or under, and that is called scheduling inflexibility. You can say the supply constraint, you can call it an SL buffer, and usually it's over or on some range. So putting those numbers across as a volume, AHT, hours per associate shrinkage, and non-productive utilization, so you would need 664. Now let's do it in a step by step. So the first thing what you do is you multiply your volumes with your AHT, and I've just multiplied it here. And then I'm dividing it by 60 to bring the unit into an hours. So I need 16,667 hours purely just as a workload. Now everybody gives me a 40 hours. So let's say if everybody gives me 40 hours, I would need 416.67. I'll round up with the 417 head count. What I need just sitting and taking back to back call, there's no breather in it. Now we will also have a 12% people being absent. So, which means you will be scheduling 417 folks to take calls. So, I would need 474. Um, Now, I will also have an NPT. So, let's say 1 minus 10% of the NPT. You can do NPT first and this later. That works okay. Then I'm saying that everybody now will give me 90% of the productivity. Right, so let's say this divided by 90% is giving me, I need 584 people. Now 584 people, just utilization takes care of idle time or a breather. But in case of your scheduling inflexibility, supply constraint and SL buffers, let's say you need additional 10% folks. So let's say you want to have a 12% numbers, correct? But the people wanted consecutive week offs to be given. 1 week off should be on Saturday, Sunday. Any one of them, you should not split. You cannot change people's shift because of the 12 hours gap between an end time to the start time. By this calculation, that's the number what you need is 664. So that's what for today. But if you like the video, if you like the content, please do share it, do follow, And I think once you follow us, we will be keep it motivates us to keep posting the new content for you guys with a much more practical knowledge. And I think that's what we are looking for. Thank you very much for your support.